Hi folks, welcome to another Bossii tutorial. This one will be on how to set up account customers and members as well. Okay, so we go into admin program, we'll go to members VIP, and then we have our two options, which is the member account and the actual member VIP as well. To set up just a person who will just be a member and you just want to basically record their how many sales you've made for them. It would just go to maintain members, and if you want to set up an account customer, then you would go to the accounts. So we'll just go to an member accounts, and we'll just do a test one for now. So just new, we'll set up a test member. Printing reference on receipt is in that description box that's up above the line items. It'll show everything on that receipt. Sometimes you may or may not want to do that. In this particular example, I'll tag it that I will. When would you like the payment due? So it might be within a given number of days, and that balance due day will be 8 days. I want that payment in by, and you can set a credit limit as well, and it would require an access level high enough to be able to override that credit limit. So it might be $1,000. Put all their details in. If you'd like, you can put in an ABN number as well in that. If you want to be able to send them invoices, then you can put an email address at that point there, and any notes for that customer. Um, Once you've had a couple of transactions on their account, they will then have a set of statistics like the number of visits, the total spend, when they last came in, what they uh, tend to buy as their last top five products, the amount spent, and also the average spent per visit. And then you will have a full purchase details list as well available for you. Any payments that have been made, so the statistics are all to do with what items were put on the account. The payments is all to do with the payments that you receive from the actual account customer. So from here, you can view the actual payments made, you can print them off, and you can even reverse them at this point. Some of our clients like to take credit cards for their account customers. So here you have the ability to be able to actually link a credit card to the account. Just by pressing change, you can put in all the details in there. We even have the ability for certain select banks to be able to send this information direct to the bank, to the credit card machine, so that when it's time to actually pay the account, you can charge it without having to retype all of those details in as well. That is only available to select banks depending on whether the banks allow that. Some banks do, some banks don't. Okay, and you can even link the actual members at that point there as well. So at this point here, all I've done is just set up an actual account customer. So this is the corporate entity or the individual person who will be paying for the bill is what you need to set up in member accounts. So if you think about it, what name will be on the invoice when it goes to the customer? Okay. At this point here, I'll just press save. So I've set up just the member account. But what I would like to do is set up a number of people that can use that particular new account that we've just set up. So we can go to maintain members VIP, just press new, and it'll be for Mrs. Test Member 1, and she will be using the account test. Okay. Now, with all of our members, always remember to put in an expiry date. If you cannot find the member that you've just set up, then that person has probably not got an expiry date. So every member must have an expiry date. So even if you just want to set up one for 31st of the 12th, 2050, so long as it's got a date, that's all it requires. What group are they? They might be a booking customer. So we can set up all different types of groups. Well, this one is the customer accounts group. And behind each of those, you can set up pricing policies. So building security might get 10% off, customer accounts might get 5% off. So behind each of those ones is a pricing policy that every person that has a bill linked to uh, this account will receive that pricing policy automatically. Okay, don't need to worry about any of the other tabs. Those are more to do with the actual statistics and after the fact information. You can put some other details if you wanted to put the company for that member details, but most of that information will be gathered from this account name. So just press save, and at that point there, you've created your member account at that point. So you've created a member and a member account. So I'll now set up a second person. So that'll be Mr. Test Member number 2. The group that they are is customer accounts, and the account that this person also will be looking at will be test member, and we'll just go down to expiry. So again, you now have two people that will be able to put something on an account as the test member account, and then their names are test member 1, test member 2. So I'll just press save on that, and we can just go to the POS, and I can show you how to put that on your POS tills as well. So now that we've set up the member, we'll just log in, and at this point here, let's just choose something. We'll just go garlic bread, dine in. Okay, and we want this item to go on an account, so we just click member name, find person, and if we scroll down, we'll see there's our test member 2 and test member 1. Okay, so we'll just choose, that might be Fred Blogs, that might be Anna Stephanos, and just press OK. And at this point here, we just go pay bill. I will untag it so it doesn't print at this point, but ordinarily you would probably print it to a kitchen printer. Press OK, and the on account button shows up. Once the on account button shows up, the only reason it does show up is because in member name, you've got a member that has an account linked to their membership. So ordinarily, for any other transaction, you would only usually see the use voucher, which is for gift vouchers, and pay full amount. The reason the on account button has appeared is because this transaction is linked to a member that actually has an account. So I'll just put it on account. I'll enter my password to authorize the transaction, and the transaction is finished. Okay, press finished. If we go to options, manage your options, and we go to transaction viewer, and we have a look at that transaction there, garlic bread. If we have a look at the payments, and it's on account, which account name, it's on the test member account. Okay, and what we also have is the ability to, if we go to options, other options, pay the account. So if you've received money from a account member, go to other options, pay account. This will receive all the outstanding accounts, and this is where you actually pay the account off. So let's say, for example, our test member account has paid an amount, might be $8.90 or might be less. Okay, this point here we can go pay, and how much did they pay? Well, we're going to pay full amount, and they paid by direct debit, and we'll just go account accept payment. You can also, if you went to view account details, you will have access to the credit card details. Again, this is an access level driven thing, so depending on who is logged in depends on who gets to see this, but you can also see all of the details of the member account right there. And if I just went accept payment now because it's on direct debit, $8.90, okay, all done. So now the member no longer owes anything and has come out of this list. These are all the other account customers that owe money to us at that point. Press finished and close, and that is how you manage your account customers. Thank you very much.